Good evening, good people. Welcome to another edition of Double the Innocence with your boy E Double. Bring it to you. Before we get started, I want you guys to share, like, and subscribe. Today's topic of conversation is about those Kansas City Chiefs and how their offense is scaring absolutely nobody. Now, I did a short a little bit earlier talking about the Kansas City Chiefs offense. And I figured I'd back it up with a little bit of facts and evidence. In 2022, the Kansas City Chiefs offense was ranked number 1 in the NFL. Number 1. That year was the year that they lost Tyreek Hill to the Miami Dolphins, if I'm not mistaken. They had still had the offensive coordinator, Eric Bonami, if I'm not mistaken. That's his name. I might have his last name wrong, but I believe it's somewhere around that area. They lost one of the most explosive wide receivers that year to the Miami Dolphins, but yet still, the offense was still ranked number 1 in the NFL. Moving forward, that same gentleman, Eric Bonami, I believe his last name is, got a job with the Washington Commanders. In the year 2023, the Kansas City offense is ranked 14th in the NFL. 14th. From number 1 ranking, after losing one of the best wide receivers in the NFL, you still remained at number 1. You lose your offensive coordinator, and all of a sudden your offense slips down to 14th. But I got one better for you guys. The team that offensive coordinator now runs the offense for, which is the Washington Commanders, their offense is ranked 17th in the NFL. A coincidence? I guess you guys could say that. But I personally believe the gentleman that's been doing a magnificent job with the Kansas City Chiefs and now with the Washington Commanders just doesn't get the credit that he rightfully deserves. The question I have for you guys is, why do you think that is? I'm not taking anything away from Andy Reid. Andy Reid is a very, very solid head coach. But if you look back at history, he was never able to really finish the job. When he was in Philadelphia, where we could agree Philadelphia had probably one of the best teams in the NFL at that time, the Philadelphia Eagles, where they had Terrell Owens as a wide receiver, they had Donovan McNabb as your quarterback, and they surrounded that team with a bunch of great players. But yet still, they couldn't get the job done. They couldn't win the Super Bowl. When he moved to Kansas City, I know he had a good couple of interesting seasons where he put that team on the map, but yet still, they didn't win a Super Bowl. The offensive coordinator came about, revamped that offense, and they took off flying. Andy Reid got all that credit when Kansas City finally won that Super Bowl. He got the majority of the credit. The thing of the matter is, now you're starting to see the Kansas City Chiefs with Andy Reid as the head coach, but he doesn't have his support system, the offensive coordinator. And you're starting to see a little bit of the slow leak in the tires. Kansas City does not look strong. Kansas City doesn't frighten anybody. And the reason why I feel okay to talk about this is because Kansas City is in my division. They're in the Las Vegas Raiders division, where they ran rapid in this division for maybe the last 3 to 4 years. And now they're starting to look a little bit like a regular team. They lost a game Monday night. They lost a game Monday night where anybody who's been watching football for the last 2 to 3 years know that with any time left on the clock, Patrick Mahomes is closing that deal and he's winning that game for the Kansas City Chiefs. The platform for that team is to make sure that if you're in a close game, you try your best to leave Kansas City with the ball with the least amount of time left on the clock. That's not the deal this year. And like I told you guys before, I think the main reason for that is because they lost their offensive coordinator. You guys that are prone to football, you guys that seem to know a lot about football, I want you guys to tell me what you guys really think. Let me know if I'm totally out to lunch or if I really have something. If it wasn't for my brother, if it wasn't for my eldest brother, I would not have these stats right here before you guys to let you guys know exactly how good Kansas City was in 2022 and exactly how far they've fallen from grace in 2023. Share, like, and subscribe, people. Comment in that comment box. Let me know what you guys really think. If there's any Kansas City fans out there, please let me know your input, because I'm a Raiders fan. And the fact of the matter that you guys are on a downfall, that only means the Raider Nation is on a rise. I hope to hear from you guys soon. Double the Innocence with your boy E Double, and the Raider Nation is out.